We are New Tech students.
I'm Felicia Keats-Vasquez.
I'm Jordan Drake.
I'm Libby Jeans.
I'm Andrew McKnight.
I'm Jonathan Woody.
Our story is called The Scarlet Rails. It is a story of sickness, death, and motherly love. Sit back and relax and grab your nearest box of tissues and prepare yourself for a ride on the Scarlet Rails.
Annie walked among the clouds and came to the feet of a man of great stature sitting atop a great white throne. The man asked her, "Humor me, child, and tell the tale of how you arrived here." He places his hand on Annie's forehead and she falls into a deep sleep. The great man began to read through the tattered and scarred pages of her memories. It was the dead of winter. Annie sat in her log cabin her mother and late father had built. The wind was howling and the snow was coming down like a divine punishment. As the family tried to sleep, a train roared past them. "I've always hated those damn piece of machinery. Watch your tongue," her mother said. The family woke up in the morning and tended to their normal duties. As the pages of Annie's past turned, a great man came across a railroad line being worked on by exploited and down on their luck workers. A train roared by, and it sounded like the screaming of 10 men doomed to die. A man walked along the train track with a sledgehammer. He came across a loose post and began to hammer it. Gunshots went off in the distance. The man looked over and saw a fellow worker running, but the foreman shot him. "Well, there goes another one." There wasn't anything to be done about it. Her mother was getting impatient. Annie and her mother had a rocky relationship, and when her mother got outside, she scolded Annie, not understanding the pain she was in. Her mother knew she was sick, didn't have to baby her. A great man was disgusted by this and turned away to another page. A man plowing on a tobacco farm stopped to rest. As he stood next to his plowing mule, the owner of the farm came to talk to him. "What train are we raiding?" the younger man asked as the elderly man approached. "We're raiding the train that was just built. It runs off of 220, the old man's voice was rapid and real. "I know which one you're talking about. I heard it. It's carrying a remedy for scarlet fever." "Yup, but there's also an area for liquor stores." The page turns again, cough, cough. "She has strep throat," one of her many sisters said. "If this snow doesn't let up, she could get scarlet fever," another sister said. "Lord, please don't take my daughter, Lord, I beg," her mother prayed. The wind continued to howl. Back on the railroads, the men working on the tracks walked out of the mess. There were about 10 men working on the track, but none of them could hear or see the train bogged down the track over their foreman yelling. Within a few seconds, the train was on them. There was no time to run. It rushed into the horde of workers, wrecking havoc. None survived. As everyone ran into the mess hall to get away from the scene, the blood on the track dried to a scarlet ribbon. The orphan boy was one of the victims who didn't make it off the tracks. Sadly, the man turned another page. He finds Annie on her deathbed. "Don't worry, honey. The train's on its way with the medicine," her mother said. Then suddenly, the doctor stormed into the room with the Catholic priest. The doctor was breathless as he said, "Annie, it was my sorrowful duty to tell you the train isn't coming. It was captured by some rumblings the police suspect they were from a tobacco farm down by the old Tinker Creek." Where the doctor finished his spell, the priest walked over to Annie. "Now, little miss, you have no chance of survival here on this earth, but you do have a chance at eternal salvation in heaven." This is when Annie realized that they were jabbing her. She was not making it out loud. "If you accept God as your Lord and Savior, you can live forever in heaven." Annie accepted Christ before as a younger child, but her family had never been churchgoers. What she knew of God came from her mother, and she had time to talk of such things. Annie began to pray with the priest. She repeated the words, "Though I walk through the valley," but before the prayer could be finished, she died. And that night, the moon turned scarlet red. If the train didn't hit those people and was forced to stop, if the train had the slightest bit of protection, the Rome runners, they wouldn't have taken it. If the Rome runners had chosen any other train, an innocent life could have been spared. As the late Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "To live is to suffer, to survive is to find something meaning in the suffering."